Go to Norway, they teach innovation. Go to Sweden, they teach in Swedish. Go to Finland, they teach in Finnish. Go to Korea, they teach in Korean. Go to China, they teach in Chinese. Go to Japan, they teach in Japanese. Then they meet the world. But you and me, here I am waxing eloquent in English. We were told that all the education we had acquired meant nothing. So that if you are eloquent in Ga or in Twi, you are not intelligent. You are only intelligent in English. You can only be intelligent in French. In Portuguese, we now know that that is nonsense. When that great Nigerian musician in the 1980s, fella Nicola Bokuti said, "Teacher, don't teach me nonsense," he meant it. He was reminding us that we must examine our education system. You know, when the British came here and they were establishing schools across Africa, and then when they were establishing Achimota, which is famous for producing great Ghanaians, the intention was to produce young men and women who would support the colonial empire. The intention was the same in Uganda with Budo's King's College. It was the same in Kenya with the Alliance schools. As Chinua Achebe says, the white man was clever. He came and put a knife in the things that held us together, and things fall apart. That we have now become famous for producing graduates in agriculture, some of whom, if you allow me a little latitude and hyperbole, cannot distinguish between a goat and a sheep. When we want to build our roads, we have engineers, most of whom today, if you do not address them as engineers so and so, they rise up, ready to beat you up. But yet, when we are building our highway from Accra through to Winneba, through to Cape Coast, through to La Côte d'Ivoire, it is the Chinese that I see, which calls into question, what type of engineering are we teaching? We are producing doctors, and they are good, some of them. But yet, when those of us who have the ability are sick, unless they do not know, they want to be airlifted to Dubai and to Germany. They have no faith in our medical system. When we are sick during COVID, all Africa is crying to America, "Oh, give us Moderna, give us Pfizer," to the Russians, "Give us Sputnik." We are crying. Yet we have universities with professors in medicine. We must re-examine our education
system. Was designed by the European colonizers, and it was designed to program the Africans to become obedient employees, totally dependent on them, and definitely not independent problem solvers. And the interesting part is, even up till now, over 90% of Africans do not have a single idea of what is going on. And so the question still remains, how do we even correct what we have no idea of? Unfortunately, when Africans gained independence, the leaders inherited the colonized school system alongside, and so now no significant changes have been made. The general purpose of education is to train or program students to develop the skills of solving problems on their own. So students are best trained if they are trained with a method of identifying and understanding a problem, and then reasoning to find a solution for the problem they have identified, with the teacher showing the process in practical form. But typically, an African child is trained with a method of memorizing answers only to pass tests, and the child doesn't even have to understand the problem or how the answer came about. They just need to get the answer right. Plus, over 90% of the education is done in theories, with very little done in practicals. All this makes real-life problem solving either very difficult or impossible. So we see lots and lots of educated people with very good grades but can't solve any problems in the society. Many would think that Africa, with its vast natural resources, would have countless schools that teach Africans what the natural resources are, how to mine them, what they are used for, and how to process them from their raw states into finished usable products. us. But no, it's quite the opposite. Countries that do not have the kind of resources we have rather train their citizens on how to identify our resources, how to mine them and process them, while African students are being educated to memorize how to draw and label insects, how many times religious people pray, the life cycle of mosquitoes, and many other nonsense that do not solve no problems in the society. And we still get surprised when other countries buy our raw materials cheap, process them and sell them back to us expensive. And it is not a surprise that many of Africa's top private problem-solving companies are owned by foreign entities, while Africans move around with their certificates begging for jobs. The African school system doesn't teach nationalism. Students are programmed to love everything European and less appreciate everything African. This is so bad that students even get punished for speaking their own native language in class, but praised for fluently speaking a Western language. In our schools, we are trained to dress like Europeans, talk like Europeans, sing like Europeans, pray like Europeans, taught stories and heroes of Europeans, taught to learn and love cultures and beliefs of Europeans, while we are programmed to believe and accept that every one of our African cultures and beliefs are either useless or demonic. It is said that a people who do not learn from their history is doomed to repeat the mistakes of their fathers. And yet, our schools do not teach us our history. And even if the history is ever taught, it is highly distorted. If a people is completely stripped of their language, history, heritage, and culture, that they do not know even who they are, then the question is, what inspiration or patriotism do they have to fight to right the wrongs that have been done to them for centuries? Someone said this, and I think it was Aristotle, that give me a child until he's 7 and I'll show you the man. You see, research and time have proven over and over again that if you want someone or a group of people to behave in a certain way, program them or train them in that particular way when they are young, and it will be very difficult, if not impossible, for them to depart from it when they grow old. As humans, we are all being programmed or trained or educated, but you see, this mostly happens when we are young in our schools. And if education truly determines how our future turn out to be, then until we change our education system from solely theories into practicals, from memorizing answers only to pass tests into critical thinking, from learning Western cultures into learning African nationalism, and from learning subjects that do not contribute to societal building into subjects that really do, Africa will continue to remain impoverished, because it is the individuals that make up Africa. And if we program the individuals only to become obedient employees, non-nationalists, and totally ignorant of how to use Africa's resources to develop Africa by themselves, then where is the future of Africa?